Ever pondered about spending a quick 5 seconds on Mercury? Interesting thought, isn't it? Let's introduce you to this fascinating planet. Mercury, the smallest planet in our solar system, is also the closest to the Sun, making it a particularly intriguing subject for space enthusiasts and researchers alike. When we think of Mercury, we think of extreme conditions. Imagine a place where temperatures can swing wildly from scorching hot to freezing cold, all within a single Mercurian day. It's a world of stark contrasts, from its barren, cratered surface to its incredibly thin, almost non-existent atmosphere. So, what would happen if we were to experience these conditions, even for a brief period of, say, 5 seconds? Well, let's dive into what would happen if you dared to spend 5 seconds on this scorching planet. Mercury, the smallest and innermost planet in our solar system, is not quite hospitable. Imagine a world where the sun is scorching hot, and the night is freezing cold. Welcome to Mercury, a place of extremes. This small planet closest to the sun experiences the most severe temperature fluctuations in our solar system. During the day, temperatures can soar to an astounding 800 degrees Fahrenheit. But when night falls, the thermometer plummets to a chilling negative 290 degrees. These dramatic shifts in temperature are due to Mercury's lack of a substantial atmosphere. Without an atmosphere to retain heat, the side of the planet facing the sun bakes, while the dark side freezes. This lack of atmosphere also means that the planet doesn't have air for us to breathe. Mercury's rotation and revolution also contribute to its extreme conditions. Unlike Earth, which rotates once every 24 hours, Mercury spins slowly on its axis, taking 59 Earth days to complete one rotation. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Mercury orbits the sun every 88 Earth days. This means that a day on Mercury, from one sunrise to the next, lasts 180 Earth days. Now think about what this could mean for a human body. Our bodies are designed for Earth's conditions. The extreme heat could cause severe burns in seconds, and the intense cold could freeze us almost instantly. The lack of breathable air would cause us to suffocate, and the slow rotation could play havoc with our sense of time. So it's clear that Mercury's conditions are far from welcoming. But what would happen in those critical 5 seconds? Imagine, one moment you're on Earth, the next you're standing on the desolate surface of Mercury. Suddenly, you're in a world where a day lasts longer than a year, where the sun appears 3 times bigger than it does on Earth. But these are just the minor details. Let's delve into what would happen if a human body was exposed to Mercury's conditions, even for a mere 5 seconds. Firstly, the temperatures on Mercury are extreme, to say the least. During the day, temperatures can soar up to 800 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to melt lead. At night, the mercury drops to a chilling negative 290 degrees Fahrenheit. The lack of atmosphere means there's no insulation to balance out these temperature extremes. In just 5 seconds, the side of your body facing the sun would start to cook, while the side facing away would begin to freeze. The rapid heating and cooling would cause your cells to expand and contract simultaneously, leading to unimaginable pain and instant tissue damage. Then there's the lack of atmosphere, equivalent to being about 250,000 feet above Earth's surface. The low pressure would cause the fluids in your body to boil at body temperature, a condition known as ebulism. Within 5 seconds, you'd feel the effects of this as your saliva begins to boil and your lungs struggle to function. Furthermore, the absence of an ozone layer means you'd be exposed to solar radiation. Even if you're there for only 5 seconds, the dose of radiation would be enough to increase your risk of cancer significantly. Lastly, Mercury's magnetic field is only 1% as strong as Earth's. This means you'd be exposed to cosmic rays and charged particles from the sun, which could cause severe damage to your body's cells and DNA. As you can see, it would be an intense and potentially fatal 5 seconds. But let's hypothetically consider, what if you could survive on Mercury? Imagine this. You're encased in a highly advanced suit, one that can withstand Mercury's punishing temperature swings, from blistering heat to bone-chilling cold. This futuristic armor is lined with layers of thermal insulation and cooling systems, protecting you from the planet's harsh extremes. You're standing on Mercury's barren surface, your boots crunching on the gray, rocky terrain. Above you, the sun blazes intensely, far larger and brighter than from Earth due to Mercury's proximity. Yet, your suit keeps you cool, circulating chilled fluids to counteract the scorching heat. But survival is about more than just temperature control. The suit would need to shield you from the relentless solar radiation. Think of it as a wearable fortress, equipped with radiation-absorbing materials and a visor to shield your eyes from the sun's blinding glare. And let's not forget about air. Mercury has virtually no atmosphere, so your suit would need to provide a constant supply of breathable oxygen. You'd be tethered to a life support system, a portable oasis in this unforgiving desert of space. As for getting around, Mercury's low gravity, just over a third of Earth's, would make movement a challenge. Your suit would need some form of propulsion, like small thrusters, to help you navigate the uneven terrain. You'd be bounding over craters and ridges, a surreal experience in this alien landscape. But what about living there long-term? We'd need to find a way to shield our habitats from radiation and temperature extremes, perhaps by building underground or using local materials for insulation. And we'd need to produce food, water, and air, likely through advanced recycling systems or by mining resources from the planet itself. While it's a fascinating thought, our technology is not quite there yet. But who knows? With our relentless drive to explore and innovate, surviving on Mercury could one day move from the realm of science fiction to reality. So, what's the takeaway from this hypothetical Mercury adventure? Well, our journey through the universe has led us to some stark realizations. Mercury, the closest planet to our Sun, is an intriguing world, but it's not exactly a hospitable one. Its unforgiving conditions, with blazing daytime temperatures and frigid nights, would wreak havoc on the human body in mere seconds. We've also delved into a rather interesting hypothetical scenario, exploring just what might happen if someone were to spend 5 seconds on this alien world. The extreme temperatures, lack of breathable atmosphere, and intense solar radiation are just some of the factors that would make this a very, very brief visit indeed. In essence, we've glimpsed into a world that is vastly different from our own, and one that poses significant challenges for human survival, even in the briefest of encounters. While the exploration of space continues to captivate us, it's clear that Mercury is not a place we could visit without significant technological advancements and protective measures. It's safe to say, a 5-second trip to Mercury is not on our vacation list just yet. Mercury, a planet of extremes and unforgiving conditions, offers a sobering reminder of the challenges of space exploration. It's a world that takes us to the very edge of what we know and understand, a place where our earthly conventions of time, temperature, and terrain are thrown into disarray. But let's not forget that it's these very challenges that drive us, as a species, to explore. Each planet in our solar system, from the sweltering furnace of Mercury to the icy wastelands of Pluto, provides us with a unique laboratory. They give us opportunities to test our theories, refine our technologies, and push the boundaries of our knowledge. And in doing so, we don't just learn about these distant worlds, we learn about our own. Studying Mercury, for all its harshness, teaches us about the formation of planets, the nature of our sun, and the extremes that a world can endure. Its peculiarities, from its long scorching days to its frigid nights, grant us insights into what makes a planet habitable or inhospitable. And perhaps most importantly, it reminds us of the resilience of life itself, as we constantly seek to find a foothold in the most unlikely of places. So I encourage you all to keep learning, keep exploring, and keep asking questions. The universe is a grand tapestry, woven with countless threads of mysteries waiting to be unraveled, and every planet, every moon, every star is a part of that story. We may not be ready to set foot on Mercury, but we can still reach out, observe, and study from afar. Remember, space exploration isn't just about reaching new worlds, it's about expanding our minds, testing our limits, and ultimately, understanding our place in the cosmos. While we may not be ready to step foot on Mercury, exploring its mysteries from a distance continues to expand our understanding of the universe we inhabit.